Hello, my name is Aaron Smith, and welcome to this week's Monday Movie Review. Today I'll be reviewing the movie A Million Miles Away, an Amazon Prime original directed by Alejandra Marquez Abuela. So, what is this film about? Well, this is a biographical drama about the life of Jose M. Hernandez, the first Mexican-American migrant farmer to become an astronaut. So, for this review, I wanted to dive into not only the plot elements and the characters, but also what this film means to Christians and what we can take away from it in the Christian point of view. So, what is the plot of this film? Well, the film is not only a retelling of Jose M. Hernandez's life, but it's also really paced well. There are a lot of years to cover in this story, and so I felt that there was enough pacing that made it at least interesting, but also investing. There are a lot of key moments in Hernandez's childhood that are brought back beautifully throughout the film, that are called back between the beginnings and the ends of the story. Furthermore, with the help of Michael Peña's charismatic and amazing performance, we're able to root for Hernandez throughout the film. We see Hernandez's struggle to get into NASA, which is built up throughout the film. We see him being rejected time and time again, but it really differentiates itself from other astronaut films because we really get to see what it takes to really get into the program. Most films often just show the training or the actual launch itself, but this film really allows us to root for somebody who has a dream going all the way to the end. And I felt that that was not only inspirational to see, but also really interesting, and it made it stand out amongst the other space astronaut kind of films that we've seen out there before. So let's dive into some of the characters. So Jose M. Hernandez is a real person and is the lead character of this film, played by Michael Peña. And it follows his life and his journey in the NASA space program. Michael Peña leads this film, and it's refreshing to see him lead a film and not just be the comedic side character, but also being the front runner and being able to balance the comedic and dramatic sides of this performance. Peña really steps up, bringing the drama, heart, and comedy to this performance to tell Hernandez's life. Furthermore, Peña really balances a lot of the more naive beginnings of Hernandez's career while maturing into the more distinguished man with the same heart, dreams, and wonder that the young Hernandez already had. Now, Rosa Salazar is Adela Hernandez, the wife of Jose Hernandez. Salazar does an amazing performance, building off the chemistry of Peña. While she isn't a standout comedian like Peña, she really brings in a lot of the heart and drama within this film and makes their family dynamic believable. Not only are we rooting for her because she has a large family and she has to take care of everything, but she also has to make up for Hernandez's lack of attendance within the family, as he's often out, training or fighting for his place in NASA, and she obviously understands that and takes that into account, but she ends up pushing aside a lot of her goals and dreams to support him, which is admirable because it really does show and highlight the importance of family and how family will bring you towards your goal if you trust in them and they trust in you. But it is unfortunate to see that she did waver in her goals in order to push his up. But towards the end of the film, we do get a satisfying moment where she does end up getting what she wants, and it kind of brings everything full circle. So let's talk about some of the stylistic choices in this film. Director Alejandra Marquez Abuela has a unique style when telling the story. Everything moves pretty fast, and there are a lot of swift camera movements that really create a lively narrative. Most of the time when there's a biopic, it's typically stiff and stagnant, which is boring. However, there's a lot of life in this film. And furthermore, the use of the blue sand or powder is utilized throughout the film, especially in its title cards and even the credits. And it really helps create a stylistic choice that is rooted in the culture of this film. Touching on symbolism, I wanted to point out one of the most important symbols in this film, which is the monarch butterfly. The monarch butterfly travels hundreds of miles annually and reaches new goals, similar to Jose in this film. It's inspirational to see that this is something that was put into his childhood and kind of follows him along as his journey progresses, and we see it as a constant reminder of his dream and how far he's really come. It's serious, it does get serious, and there's a lot of dramatic and sad moments within the film. People do pass away in this film, and we see what toll that takes on Hernandez, but we do see that community brings people together and strengthens everybody, which also really highlights the theme of family. More on that later. However, we never lose the sight of optimism, which allows for this narrative to be not only inspiring, but uplifting. And I think this can really relate to Christianity because in the Bible there are a lot of darkness, tragedy, and painful moments. However, we have to have this underlying sense of optimism and faith. Hernandez as a character goes through a lot of hardship and he's rejected time and time again from the NASA program. However, he persists and is always looking ahead and with that optimistic point of view. This drive helps the narrative and the tone match the character of Hernandez. So while we're on the topic of themes, let's talk about some of the important themes that are showcased in this film. There are a lot of themes in this film about family, perseverance, and dreams, and goals. Hernandez has a big dream to get into the NASA program. However, he needs perseverance and his family to reach that goal, which is important because not only in the Hispanic culture, but also cultures in general, family is very important to helping you reach your dreams and your goals. You can't do it alone, and you have to have people helping you to support you even in your darkest moments. And I think a lot of these themes can really relate to Christianity. God urges us to persevere through hardships and turmoil, and at the end, see this light in the end of the tunnel. However, all things are possible through Christ. And if you believe in Him, then we'll find success. If we have faith in Christ, He will lead us to the light. Overall, a lot of these themes interweave with each other and create a narrative that's not only heartfelt, but also strengthened by love and connection, which is something that's inspired to see, especially today. So, not only was A Million Miles Away a biopic that told a relatively unknown story, but it also was an inspiring film that urges audiences to pursue their dreams. Overall, I'd give this film a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. So, if you've seen it, let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching another Movie Review Monday. My name is Aaron Smith, and I hope you have a blessed day. Have a good one.